You have to excuse me for one moment. I'm going to pause the screen briefly while I type in my password. I'll be mixing it up a little bit today. I'll be playing with a controller for parts, and I'll be playing with keyboard and mouse for parts, depending on my mood. But right now, I am actually using a Steam controller. When I use the Steam controller for this game, I no longer use the mouse-like joystick. I actually use the mouse for the camera, because I think it just feels better. But I added a full trigger option for the well, for the triggers. A soft pull is the actual trigger input, and a full pull are mouse clicks. So that when I'm in the menu here, which doesn't support the Steam controller, I can still full pull on this and enter the game. My setup doesn't absolutely require me to go to a keyboard and mouse the way it is right now. Alright, so back in just one moment.
No chance to have a look.
Buying and selling. That's just about enough for this.
I've got
Quality wares.
Puns. Who doesn't like puns? I like puns. We all like puns. Well, some people don't like puns. And people who don't like puns are humorless sobs. Alright, so I have mail and notifications apparently. Oh, I found a limitation with using mouse. Aha.
selling, buying, trading. Right here.
See, now, because I use the mouse for the camera, that means I can't scroll through here because you use the right stick to scroll through it. So, there is a little bit of a workaround, and I don't know if it'll show the Steam overlay when I bring it up. Let me see if it will.
I have many fine goods.
Have to wait for it to pop up on screen. Yeah, I'm not seeing it on stream, so let me change that real briefly. I'm going to pause the stream just a moment and Alt-tab into OBS so that I can enable.
To have a look. No charge chance to have a look.
Quality wares.
Alright. So, I've now tabbed back in. Let's see, it should work now.
This is taking longer than
The scaling is not right. I just realized it. It's not showing the whole screen. So, let's fix that.
I sell to the nobility.
Why is it scaling at 960 by 540? No wonder it's not looking right.
Buying and selling.
Come, do your trading here.
Alright, let's see if it works now. Sorry about the little difficulties that we're having here.
Come, do your trading
I must
here.
finish this.
I usually like to set up my streams in private streams to test things, but this
must finish this.
this setup I've used before, but I forgot that I've switched from 720p to 1080p streaming. So, are we not seeing it at all now? Okay, that looks good. And it moves when I click the right stick. So what we're going to do about that is we are going to... there is trigger dampening, I believe, on the additional settings.
Again and again.
Touch binding, trigger mouse press dampening. Fortunately, it only does it for triggers. I wish there was an option for the trigger dampening to actually work when you click the right pad, because I don't like to move it when I click the right stick, especially with the mouse as sensitive as I have it. I might send a suggestion to Valve to allow like touchpad clicking to dampen the trigger, like both right and left.
I've got what you need.
But as you saw earlier, when I went into the menu, I was looking at the notifications. We'll go into the inventory now and just look at something like our main hand weapon. As you can see, when I move you can't see what my hand's doing, but if I move my hand up and down on the right touchpad, it just moves the mouse cursor, because we have a cursor here, because the mouse controls the camera, and the right stick scrolls that. So we have to set a way to set the Steam controller's right stick signal. So the way I manage that is, if you look at the right touchpad here, there's a mode shifting. So whenever I click the left pad, it changes this from mouse to joystick camera, like to a right analog joystick input. And the reason why I have that set up is because in the key bindings of Elder Scrolls Online, we'll go down to settings and to the options, and it'll show you the key binding. If you look at the D-pad right here, holding it quite often, like for example, like the up button, holding it assigns a quick slot, and the right button holding it does the emote menu. So actually, hold player interact. I should actually add that to a mode shift too. Let me see something here. Find a player who's standing still. Yeah, there we go. He's not... Actually, I can't interact with him for some reason. But I'll show you an example here. Like, this is your quick assign. You just... Let me see. Let me show the controller hugs so you can see what it's doing. So... you can see what I'm doing with the right stick. It allows me to select something here, or in the case of your emote, you can do like a dance here.
Buying, selling, trading.
But you probably don't want to know the ins and outs of the Steam controller, but it's just that the mouse feels better than the joystick camera. So, and the mouse-like joystick is what I preferred anyways. I had that from before I decided to use the mouse. So at any rate, what I do is I just hold the left button when I'm on something where I need to scroll there. But what I wanted to do was grab my mail, because I have Hireling, which sends me every day crafting materials in the mail. Outlaw Vivek City. Yeah, that's one of the guilds I'm in, so that's kind of neat. That. So, I saw something else in the mail there. Yeah, item purchased. Let's.
Buying and selling.
So, we have some crafting materials. Like, one of the things I do each day is I do the crafting writ to level my crafting, because it's a good amount of crafting experience. As a matter of fact, sometimes I log in, do that, and then log out. So let's see what we have today. I think we should have... I don't think I'll have enough for anything other than just the enchanting. Rough you. I don't like seeing the thing saying it's new. Yes, I know it's new. I picked up the mail. Let's go to the crafting writs and see what's there. Here's one. There's nothing on it. Where's the other one? There it is. Should be alchemy and enchanting. Yep, because those are what I did yesterday. Alright, so I'm not going to worry about the alchemy, because my alchemy is way ahead of where my character's level is. My enchanting is close to that point. So let's go down to the quests. Not social, we want journal, quests. We have the enchanter writ. So we need to make a strong glyph of magicka. We already have the Mako essence. Let's double check and make sure we have at least 2 of them. I have 71 of them. Okay, I definitely have at least 2 of them. So this is the enchanting building right here. What we're going to do is we're going to make a strong glyph of magicka with Ta. I know that Pora is the augment rune we need. Mako is the essence rune, and the aspect rune is Ta.
Hora, Mako, Ta.
So I made that. I am now done with that quest. Let's see what we have to make for alchemy. I don't really need to do it, so I'm not that worried about it, but... So we need to make solution of magicka and acquire dragonthorn. I happen to know I have enough dragonthorn, so we should be able to make that and complete that quest. That's in this building over here. So let's go over here, go to the alchemy station. We'll create filtered water. So we got to make a solution of magicka. So one of the problems with it, like if I have restore magicka here, and I choose this one, and it happens to have 2 effects on it, it won't work. So you want to have only one common effect. This particular combination does have one common effect, so we're good with this one. Now, thing is, we don't have the Dragonthorn in our inventory directly, so what I need to do is go to the bank to pick it up. Where's the bank? The bank's over here. Had to get my bearings straight. I keep most of my alchemy crafting materials in the bank.
If you're looking for the bank...
So we'll make a withdrawal. I wish you could split the stack. Yes, you can. So split the stack. And what we'll do is we'll take the stack of 3. No, we're not going that way. Now we have to go back. Since we have all the goods we need. Because they both get delivered at the same spot. So, may as well get all that stuff and deliver both at the same time instead of going back and forth. I'm going to have to come back here to the bank at some point anyways, but... everything I want is down here. $12K inspiration. Now what we do, go back to our inventory, and go to our supplies and open those 2 boxes. Alright, so we have materials here. Now that we have a bunch of crafting stuff taking up bag space, we're going to go and drop them off in the bank. By going the wrong way. I think. No, I'm not going there. One of the things I want to do today... Oh, there he is.
If you're looking
See him with all the people. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a deposit. We're going to deposit the Bogloss. White Cap. The Honing Stone. I leave ore, like, in my inventory, like the raw materials. Because I just keep getting them anyways, so they're going to take up the space anyways. But I put the things like the ingots and the hide and the higher quality items and the, you know, other stuff like in there. I should have stopped by the enchanting place. What else do we have here? Trait gems all go in there. Turpin will go in there. We have no sanded woods, so about it for now. But now what we do is we are going to go this way because down here, stables.
Welcome, friend.
We're going to increase our speed. Once I hit 60 speed, I'll start working on stamina. And what stamina does, it increases the amount of time you can gallop longer. And the other effect it has is you can take more hits before being dismounted. Because that stamina is what drains when you get dismounted. You don't get dismounted automatically like you do in WoW.
Quality wares.
So we were going to go back to, yes, in this building right here. So here we're going to extract, because I don't need that. And yes, it gave me a Jojota, so I have to go back to the bank to put that back in the bank. I have my methods. It's very inefficient because I have to go back and forth all the time, but it keeps my bags relatively concise and organized. Because I don't have a lot of space, because I don't have 20,000 gold yet to be able to upgrade my bag space. I'm trying to upgrade. I want to upgrade my bank maximally before I start working on my own personal bank space, because the bank is shared between characters. So I can go and pick up anything from this bank on any of my other characters. So that's why I consider it a higher priority to upgrade. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back down and find that Jota or whatever it is. Yep, Jota. And I think I'll toss in an extra 1,000 gold. Once this bank funds gets to 16,000 or gets to 20,500, I'm going to buy additional bank space for it. That'll bring the 100 to 110 or something like that. I think it's 10 per. It gets really expensive really quick. It's been a while since I've upgraded any inventory space that I've had. So, what's the next thing on our list? Let's look at our journal, our quests, see what we have here. Let's clear up some of the quest backlog. Craglorn. Where is Craglorn? Sean is a low level. Eastmarch is higher. Stormhaven. Clockwork City. The Rift is a higher level zone. Crafting guilds. We'll do guilds later. So what I'm going to do now, I think, is I'm going to start cleaning up all these. So let's go to Deshaan and do of Knives and Long Shadows. I believe we are actually in Deshaan now. Yes, we are in Deshaan. So where is that quest taking us? Alright, so actually so far in the city that I happen to be in, so I guess it's good that I'm doing it now. So where is this entrance?
Damn these crowds! We're going to lose our entire shipment.
I just burned a lizard. Such a horrible person. Let's see, that one's taking me somewhere. It's a cart, so let's see if Wenredil first. Not that one, this one. Okay, so they both have to take me someplace. So let's go to Vivek City, I guess. You must purchase the Morrowind chapter. Apparently this is a Morrowind quest. Why would you let me pick up a quest for an expansion I do not have? That's a cheap fucking tactic. That's trying to get me to buy things. That's shady business. Shame on you, ZeniMax. Shame on you. Let's find a different quest. I mean, I do intend to buy Morrowind at some point. But it's not high priority right now. Right now, fairly high on my priority since it's coming out in a couple months is Far Cry 5. So, I knew there was something wrong when the quest, I should have known something was wrong when I saw a quest in that, in the bank or near there that I had never seen before. So let's worry about that one later. Stormhaven is the next lowest, I believe. And this is probably the same deal. Go to Stormhaven.
Anyone who has House Stress's respect has mine.
Talk to Rhea above. Watch, it's another one of those fucking things that requires Morrowind or Orsinium or something. Oh, I bet you. I bet you. Nope. Craglorn. I guess I have. I'd never thought I had access to Craglorn, but I guess I do. Oh, because it's a zone for a different faction. Wait, which quest am I doing? Stormhaven. Belkarth. Let's hop on our mount. You know what? I think we can stand to turn up some graphics settings a little bit. Turn up our view distance. let's not have it at 100. He'll kill the frame rate a bit much. Set it at 60, 65. Setting at 87, that's not too bad. That looks a lot better. View distance is a lot better. Bunch of jackals. Like literally. Hey look, it's a camel. I've never been here before. Let's go learn this way shrine up here. Way shrines in WoW are the equivalent of flight points. It's a fast travel location. So we're just going to follow the main road all the way to the end, taking left forks where we see them. Is that a fork? No, that's a minor side road. Or we can just keep the quest marker relatively center in the compass up above. Quest over there. I'm not going to do it. I don't really want to do any quests here. I just want to clean the backlog before I start filling the backlog again. Oh, look, another waypoint. Way shrine. Seems to be very Middle Eastern themed. Yeah, they're hostile. Oh wow, that's cool looking. Oh, wait, what's this? Ebony. I hear something. Oh, just bugs. That looks ominous. Kill this wasp. Ebon thread, that's useful. To me, not really, but it's useful for leveling clothing, because frankly, I'm not using light armor. I'm in a medium armor build. Where we are on the road. We are taking the wrong fork. We remember we said left fork? Or we're not good at following our own directions. This is a very cool environment. I like it. Dead goblin. That sounds kind of ominous. What would be killing goblins? Probably friendlies. Area is above? Yep, right here. That sound was used in Quake. It's just a stock sound effect. Assassin Beetle. Where the hell are we now? We're in the next zone. Not where are we trying to go to? Oh, she's on that bridge. Follow the road, I guess. Which way? Left or right fork doesn't matter. We're gonna go through there. That's a town.
Over here. You there.
Oh, seeing the shadows. Well, that shadow's like following me. Loses its eeriness if it follows me. We're gonna go right. Oh, what do we have here? Daedroth. Middle. I figured there'd be something dangerous going right through there, but for him to turn and then we'll go this way. Wow, there you go. Well, you gotta make the world a dangerous place, right? Hamill. Probably not Mark Hamill. And I went the wrong way. Can I go this way and still get where I need to go? No. I have to go that way. So let's go back this way. Go on foot. Lots of stuff to collect. Oh, I see a runestone. Those are fairly rare. Go get that runestone. What?
Halt there, traveler. Bankerai Garrison is on lockdown since the death of King Aemond. Only Knights of St. Pellin and members of the royal family are allowed in. Also, if you were planning on going to Evermore, you might want to reconsider that. An army of Reachmen is just a day's march from the city, and when they get there, it's not going to be pretty. We've done all we can, but frankly, I think it may have been in... The group was led by Sir Dubrock, and they went to Jackdaw Cove, hoping to strike at the heart of these Reachmen, this Hagraven who apparently leads them. If you do go north, we wouldn't complain if you looked for Sir Dubrock. He may need help.
I guess I'll pick up the quest. Now how am I gonna get through here? That's the whole thing. I need to go around. I think I have to go all the way over there. Maybe I didn't need to go back. Yeah, I don't think I think going back was not the right choice. I didn't realize the door was going to be locked. So let's head back down and go back the way we were going. Yeah, let's kill some bandits. I don't like those power attacks that take less time to like finish than the animation that you do like in the middle of it.
From the sides!
Oh, I thought I heard lions. What? What? Freaking camera bugs. Alright, so let's go back to going this way. Let's take the left fork. Is this the way we're going? Yes, we'll go this way. Of course, I just picked up a quest when I'm trying to like eliminate a quest, so it's kind of like I'm making backwards from here.
Everywhere I go.
Shit. I hear Nirnroot. Thought I heard Nirnroot. It's pure water as opposed to impure water. Like, it's just like, it's impure everywhere else, but that one little glowing spot is pure. Doesn't make sense. Alright, let's go collect this way shrine, go through the town. I'm thinking my path to the bridge. What I'm planning on doing is going up through here, working my way up this way, probably through the wilderness. It looks like there's no road there, but it looks like there's still a way to go. So, let's get this way shrine. So are we just going to take the right fork? Yeah, we'll just take the right fork. What's up here anyway? I don't know why, but this looks familiar.
Well, well, a new arrival.
I do have a lower level Imperial Dragon Knight, and I think I've been in an area of at least of similar aesthetic, like the whole desert aesthetic. That's probably why it seems familiar. May as well discover a location if we can. Alright, so we're getting out of the town. We're gonna follow the road. It's not yellow brick, but we'll follow it nonetheless. These are always interesting. Let's... I always kill the Mender first. Oh, there's a waypoint there. I may as well... a way shrine, I may as well grab it. We are facing the wrong way, but we are on the right road. They must have just killed, World Boss there. This a public dungeon? Right, so it looks like we have to go left and up.
Can anyone hear me? Help me!
Oh, we have wisps.
least I still have my manuscript about Alakir to write. Except Azay carried it with him. So hard how much longer I can survive in Azay.
Cannot mount in this location. Must not have been far enough outdoors. Alright, so... Punkin Road. Well, that looks ominous.
We have to find a way inside.
Alright, so now that we're on the path to where we want to go, we're going to take left fork, then the right fork. This is the way, yep. Martyrs Crossing.
What do John and Jod send us now?
I'm just trying to get to Rhea. It's just send me on a, you know, a nice bit of exploration, but it is kind of fun.
Watch yourself.
See what we have to sell. I'm sure we have some junk to
I'm
sell.
running supplies to...
Yeah, we can sell the 3 carapaces. Sell the worms for 0 gold. This way. Viridian Woods. My glass of wine is almost gone. I might have to get another.
You're just the type Sergeant Antibes is looking for.
Won't you take pity on me?
I don't know what is.
And a zone chain. Stormhaven. I was probably thinking Stormhaven meant Stormhold, and I was trying to go to Stormhold. That's probably why I've like spent all this time just crossing areas that I'd never been to before. But you know what? We'll go there regardless. We'll get those points. We'll get some waypoints on our way here. I've been to Stormhaven before on a different character. I think I've been in this zone before. What zone is it?
I'm rather busy right now.
Stormhaven. So I have an Imperial Dragon Knight with the Daggerfall Covenant, I believe. Yeah, one of the things I like to do, like, I've played multiple MMOs, like, World of Warcraft, I've played, Lord of the Rings Online, I've played Elder Scrolls Online. I haven't maxed out any characters in Elder Scrolls Online. I've also played Black Desert Online, but I've never really gotten far in that one. Part of the issue with Black Desert Online for me is... Totally went the wrong way, by the way. Black Desert Online has a really strict anti-cheat policy. Like, it will like fail to connect even if I have auto hotkey running. And I use auto hotkey to fix shortcoming of games. I just have it running in the background all the time, and what it does is it allows me to do things like set a wider FOV in BioShock, which is a strictly single-player game. It allows me to change the zoom or the aim down sights in BioShock Infinite to a hold instead of a toggle, because I don't like toggle aim down sights. It allows me to set the crouch in Doom to a hold instead of a toggle. You know, things that should be in the game in the first place. Rhea is in
You
this
want to
building.
make some gold, Walker?
That sounds like Khajiit. Where's Rhea? Rhea's above. Where are the stairs? Oh, my frame rate is tanking. It's not that demanding in here, is it? Nickel. Something to destroy.
Ah, right on time. I'm joking, of course. Honestly, I feared you wouldn't come. Divination and prophecy yield few certainties. Still, this vision was clearer than most. You and I, this room, the scent of ale and wood smoke. Yes, this was meant to be. I'm afraid it's not as easy as that. I see a tangle of futures, a swirling mass of action and consequence. Every now and again, though, a specific moment strikes like a thunderbolt. Moments like this. Some dark entity stalks the oracles of Azura. Yes, servants of the Twilight Queen. My friends and I decipher visions of the future for other votaries of Azura. Unfortunately, something is abducting us one by one. Bring this crystal to Pariah Abbey. Our Rose Mother will tell you the rest. I do hope you'll hurry to Pariah Abbey. I see all the time. Makes dinner dates interesting, I can tell you. One moment we're speaking about the consistency of the soup, the next I'm fumbling with my spoon, rambling about talking candlesticks and trees made of blood. Ha! Haven't you a cheek? If you must know, it goes poorly. As I'm sure you can guess, the gentlemen rarely call on me a second time.
Oh, that's sad.
I'm not sure. My parents thought me mad, abandoned me on the streets of Wayrest at the tender age of 8. Mercifully, the abbot of Pariah Abbey discovered my gifts and introduced me to the Twilight Queen. I achieved clarity. I have Azura to thank.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go to a way shrine and instead of focusing on this quest, we are going to go... Let's take this one, let a Mournhold. Where's the nearest way shrine? I believe there's a way shrine in each city. Shrine to Akatosh, Shrine to Mara, Shrine to Sten. There's the shrine. What direction was it?
So much to do.
So, where was that? Where's that quest taking me? Not that zone. The low-level zone. It's not there. That's theirs. Take this way shrine. Mournhold, that was the city I was in when I started the stream, so I guess we're going around full circle. So this way. It's like Lord of the Rings it's like watching Lord of the Rings the movie. It's a whole bunch of walking. That's what I've been doing, a whole bunch of walking. That's a reference to Clerks 2 if you've never seen that movie, by the way. Which is a hilarious movie.
Ah, you've arrived at last. Come forward. We have much to discuss. So, you've chosen to join me. Excellent. I seek a powerful Daedric artifact. It lies hidden in a distant land. A gleaming city filled with danger, curiosity, and contradiction. In such a place, diverse perspective is vital. Thus, you. A voyage that only a few have ever undertaken. We will travel to Sotha Seal's peculiar experiment, the Clockwork City. I have inquiries to make. You will assist me. I do. The Tribunes are not so clever that they could hide such a place from me for long. The city is quite close, and also very far away. Just the first of Sotha Seal's many paradoxes. If you choose to join me, be prepared for many more. You escaped the prisons of Cold Harbor. Truly, I think it would be easier to escape an iron safe at the bottom of the ocean. You show great promise. I can use a slippery warrior like you. Of course you will. Naturally you have questions. Alas, they will have to wait. Servants of the Tribunal do not look kindly on blasphemous journeys like this one. Meet me at the waterfall north of the city. We can discuss the details there. Prepare if you must, but make it quick. Time is not on our side.
Alright. So, let's go back to the Rift and do the quests in the Rift, because there's several quests I can take care of all at the same time, so let's do those. Yeah, I'm not gonna be as quick as he suggested I be. You're gonna have to wait, sir. Let's go to the Way Shrine. Here. Not travel to the Way Shrine, for it will cost gold, and it's only a little bit away. So... oh, I got my bearings. Now I know where I am. Let's figure out where in the Rift we're gonna go. See where we have quests. Alright, so we have quests here. We have quests here. We have quests here. That's a public dungeon, though. Of course, now is you know what? Now is probably a good time to do a public dungeon quest because peak time. Wait, no. I don't want to do that. I want to do that here because that costs gold when you do it that way. I was just consulting the map. I didn't want to actually travel on it. See, the way Elder Scrolls Online works is, if you travel from Way Shrine to Way Shrine, it's free, but if you just travel to a Way Shrine, because you can go at any point, it costs gold, and it costs more and more gold each time you do it. So if I'm like 3 feet from a Way Shrine and I don't use the Way Shrine, that's kind of stupid. Alright, so let's go see if there's anybody in this public dungeon, because that's key, because if we're going to do a public dungeon... they're not like delves. Delving is simple. I can easily solo one of those. Dungeons get a little bit more difficult. But I'm seeing more people out and about, which means there's probably more people playing. Which would make sense because my observations about gaming has been about Steam in general, although I don't have this through Steam. I am totally going the wrong way. I bought this through the ZeniMax website. I did not buy it through Steam. So this is a non-Steam game for me. Looks familiar. I've been here before. if anyone's in the public dungeon. I see someone. Go follow them.
Oblivion is going on. Oh, more people. More better. Yeah, my fingers keep on hitting other buttons. Holy shit. A lot of cats. I guess they do leash. Okay, so what quest am I doing? There is Sky Shard this way though, so value in that. Let this guy clear the way, because they obviously do way more damage than I do. Oh shit. This is what happens when you build for damage and not survivability, because what happened is I can take him on a sliver of health at one point. Now let's not talk to this guy. Over here.
What the hell is with the camera in this game sometimes? Oh, they're a high-level, max-level character. That's why they're killing everything faster than me. I'm not even max level yet. Wait. Wait. It's this way. That's not good. What? I thought I killed you. Hey, Epiphany. How's it going? Quest. Valuable distraction. Yeah, I'll come back to that later. Travel here and spend 139 gold. Doing alright, just having some wine and playing some games. I did, however, want that sky shard, so there's always that. Oh, looking up at the sky, always a wonderful thing. Alright, let's see where we need to go now. We're trying to go there, so let's set that the active quest.
Yeah.
I would have enjoyed tangling with the orcs at Moloch's Maw. They're strong fighters, almost.
What's that hair voice? I don't see anyone. I don't have. I'm not a werewolf, a vampire, or anything like that. But I haven't level capped yet, and I've had this game since 2015, and I haven't level capped yet. So I'm level 46 right now. So level cap is 50, and then you earn more stuff, and there's progression beyond that. But that's the level cap. Have I read these?
Don't cross me.
Incidentally, the UI is very different if you use a gamepad mode versus non-gamepad mode for the PC version. I'm actually kind of like, my hands are getting a little cramped holding the controller a bit, so I'm actually thinking about switching to keyboard and mouse. A moment here. I think I'll do that now. Like, this is how everything looks like for keyboard and mouse. It's completely different. It wouldn't work on a controller. Alright, so white cap.
Welcome to my home, friend. Get you some mead? Ah, I thought you had the look of a champion about you. To earn the title and represent Gehrman's Hall, you must pass 3 tests. A test of might, a test of wit, and a test of spirit.
I thought I've done this quest before.
Troll's blood, you are eager. Every year, Daljari holds the test of might.
Alright, so I'm going to take a brief pause and get some more wine. Interesting fact about the PC version of Elder Scrolls Online. By default, it hard caps the frame rate at 100. I had to edit the initialization, the INI files, to change the cap to 120. Alright. Apparently I've already completed Trial of the Mind. Oh, that's why it sounds familiar, because there was one quest that really irritated me, so I abandoned it.
Hello there, friend. Welcome to my... So glad you asked. In a word, poison. Well, poisoned mead. Well, over-fermented mead. Here, just take this brew. It's the key to the door you're about to open. Yes, to your inner spirit. The brew enables your unleashed spirit to see fires, gifts from Kain herself. Follow the path of fire, but mind... Drink up now! Outside.
Alright. Oh, I remember this. I got really irritated by it. Where's the next spirit fire? Where is it? Where the fuck is it? This is why I got pissed off. Like, I can't see it. I don't know where to go. Oh, is that it? Seriously? Is that it? Like, I'm gonna fail because I couldn't see that. That's why I quit the damn thing. Where's... Yeah, I'm gonna fail this one too. This is one of the worst design quests I've ever seen, and the world design doesn't help either. The horrid world design. Like, do they have to make like, seriously, can they make it a little bit easier to see, please? See? That's what I mean. I failed because of bad quest design. Like, bad game design. When you're on a timer, don't make things impossible to see. That's artificially makes things more difficult. It just becomes a factor of rote memorization. And rote memorization is bad design. Like, these are obvious. Like, you get past the third one, they no longer, or like the third or fourth one, they no longer become obvious. And at this angle, it's really hard to see the scum to really know where you're going. And it slows you down a lot.
Well met.
You know, I'm gonna have to do this in third person because I can't see the... Okay, let's go back. Let's do this in third person. I don't even remember what my key binding was to change the camera angle. Because this definitely does not work in first person. Like, I can't see if I'm in it or not just because of the camera angle. I generally don't like games that give you the choice between first and third person because it becomes not a choice, and I'd rather be immersed in first person. When bad game design forces me into perspective, it says that they're not balancing around it. It's pretty clear that the developers don't play first person. They just put it in there as a throwback to all the other Elder Scrolls games. If you want it to be a third person game, just don't make first person even an option.
I've never felt so happy.
Like, the blue's over there, and then there's the other one over there. It's just like, which one is supposed to be the right one? And this is another one of those weird things where the effective area is bigger than the visual area. Because I'm slowing down. Like, they slow you down for a brief period of time. And to me, like, looks like I'm out of it, but I'm not. No, there's scum that's actually not even visible. I hear one.
Do I know you?
Hey, I finally finished it. Swimming in this game doesn't bother me that much. I think it would be neater if you could actually submerge, but... I'm trying to remember what my keybind for perspective is. I'm going to unbind it because I play this almost exclusively through Steam now, and so I use Steam's screenshot feature.
First, third person, backslash.
I suppose I could use another
Wait,
break.
where's the guy I'm supposed to talk to?
There's always more to do.
Oh, because I failed, that's why. Oh, I said I completed.
Yes?
Okay, I think I quit this like
One of these idiots is
a couple years ago because it was bugged. It's still
Yeah.
bugged.
Want to get no?
Win fights. Alright, win fights with who?
You shouldn't have a hard time looking for a fight. I don't know you. Do I know you?
Oh, this should be good. Let's see some blood. Damn right. One more, and you'll be good looking. One more. You'll be good looking.
Ah, yes. Here we go.
Get ready to face a real...
Let our stamina regenerate before I fight another one.
Think you can take me, milk drink?
Yes. Don't spill it. Some drink to forget. I drink to remember. Getting soft on all this mead.
Right, what's my... Yeah, I have enough stamina.
Think you can take me, milk drinker? I'm betting yes.
Word is, you've won a few fights. Good. The Thane's Fest doesn't attract just drunken brawlers. Some real champions come to spar as well. You want another challenge? Seek one out. Then one?
Okay, let's actually... So, he's over here, I guess. There we go. I was tracking the wrong quest.
You did it. Congratulations. Oh, aye. You did great.
Alright, so I just have the Trial of the Body left, the one last.
Beat a champion, and you become.
So where's their champion? Alright.
If I smack you, I'm ready when you... I can smell battle on you. Well, yep. I'll let Vofnir know. Good work.
Alright. So we have to talk to the Thane now.
You've done it. Now we name you to the crowd. Now we celebrate. Follow me to the balcony.
What am I feeling that something unexpected is going to happen? You know, expect the unexpected. Hi, kitty cat.
Everyone, today we add a new name to the Guardian rolls. A champion, standing here beside me, will watch over the rift. Let us cheer this victory!
Help! Giants!
No, I mean as in wine, as in fermented grapes. It's a pun, you know, instead of online on wine. I've never actually used anything with wine, and you know it's kind of interesting. Wine, in terms of Linux using wine, it's actually a backronym. Do you know wine stands for wine is not an emulator? Because it's not an emulator. It's a wrapper library. Alright, so we have to talk to Runhild. I think it would have been faster just to jump down. You know what's kind of annoying is like when you sprint in Elder Scrolls games, like at least Skyrim and actually Fallout and Elder Scrolls Online, when you sprint, it widens the field of view but reduces the mouse sensitivity as a result, and or narrows the field of view and reduces the mouse sensitivity as a result. You can actually disable the FOV changes in Elder Scrolls Online, but what the problem is it doesn't reduce the mouse or it doesn't change the mouse, or it continues to change the mouse sensitivity. So what happens is, like, your mouse becomes less responsive. It's kind of annoying.
Thinking?
Puns are easy to appreciate.
Yakarl, the Skalds, they're trapped. Trapped in the giant camp. Yakarl, Logod, and I went to the giant camp near Ivarstead. We had a few meads, and well, we thought we could charm the beast with our music. Like in the tales. It didn't go well.
I would assume not.
Look, there's a lot of blame to go around. I heard the Thane. You're the new champion of the Hall. Are you going to help those bards or not?
Right, so I guess we have to fight some giants now. So far as I've observed in Elder Scrolls Online, you don't get launched into the air when a giant hits you. Oh, there's a chest. Ooh, Malachite shard. Yeah, I agree. It would be hilarious.
Oh, Denkain. Can you see to Yakarl? He lured the giants away from us.
Did anyone ever see the Shoddycast video on YouTube about like the physics analysis between the giants in Skyrim? If not, go watch it. It's entertaining.
Yes, just him. Please, hurry!
I actually like the Shoddycast channel in general. There's some really neat and informative videos in it. Like they go over the physics behind, like Fallout and Doom, and like the physics of the BFG. It's really entertaining, informative, and fun.
I saw you around at Girman's.
I don't think I've done it.
Here to save me. How nice. How nice. Not terribly fast, but I can make it. Just lead the way. I'll be right behind you, bolstering our spirits with song. No need to thank me. We really...
Well, let's kill the saber cat.
Her graceful shape I heave up high, and in
we're in a hurry, but we're gonna stop here to get this Evanor.
Her waiting lips are never dry. Sway as we kiss, sway as we kiss. Comes the morn, she goes. The taste of her remains. And in my mind I see us sway. Sway as we kiss, sway as we kiss. Oh, my sweet love, she waits for me. Through storm and shine.
I hate provisioning in this game. Provisioning is awful.
I run to her and together we sway as we kiss, sway as we kiss. Her graceful shape I heave up high, and in one hand I hold her nigh. Her waiting lips are never dry. Sway as we kiss, sway as we kiss. Come the morn she goes, the taste of her remains. And in my mind I see us sway. Sway as we kiss, sway as we kiss. Oh, my sweet love, she waits for me.
Yeah, I know, food or beverages is the worst.
And shine, cross land
the thing about food or beverages, like the provisioning crafting, is that it takes up so much bag space for all the materials that you need compared to all the other professions. It's awful.
Shape I heave up high, and in one hand I hold her nigh. Her waiting lips are
I'll see you back at camp.
I have been focusing more on blacksmithing, clothier, and enchanting on this character, just so I can make my own gear, because
You've returned.
I don't have really many friends who play this game, so I don't have like a social network in this game to speak of. So like I tend to be self-sufficient. And as a result, I don't deal so much with woodworking, because I don't use shields, I don't use bows, and I don't use, like magic weapons.
Oh, and don't forget the singing!
Light armor, that will be deconstructed. So, I have a quest to destroy one more dark anchor. Let's see. I've done this quest area. What quest is that? Talk to Tyr. Business proposition. Let's look at that quest in the quest log. Yeah, I just don't subscribe to ESO Plus. I already subscribe to World of Warcraft, so I don't need to manage to like MMO subscriptions, and I only play this game like 1 or 2 hours. Like most days I just log in, do the crafting writs and the stable, and then log out. And then some days I decide to play for a little longer than that, but that happens fairly like I think I gained like throughout the entire level 45 just logging in, doing crafting writs and
and the stable and all that stuff, and then logging out, doing not much outside of that. So, where's that at?
Now that Filgoy is gone, perhaps the Stormfist
Yeah, it's not bad at all. It's actually not bad to be a filthy casual in WoW either. Like I said, I've played WoW. Like, I used to raid weekly in WoW. I don't anymore. So yeah, I'm a filthy casual in that game now too. But it's easy to be one in that game too. Like this expansion, I needed to take a break from raiding. It's just something I needed to do, so I decided to do that. I was thinking about working on my my baby rogue later today. The patch 7.3.5 is live now. Now all the levels, you know, there's all the level scaling in the 1 to 60 zones. If you played WoW but haven't played WoW in a while, the patch that just came out a couple weeks ago, they added scaling in all the they added scaling throughout the entire game. So all of the Kalimdor and Eastern Kingdom zones scale from 1 to 60, with the exception of starter zones and things like that. Outland and Northrend both scale 58 to 70, or sorry, 58 to 80. The Cataclysm and Mists of Pandaria zones all scale from 80 to 90. The Warlords of Draenor is the same, and Legion is the same as it was. So that means you can turn level 58 and go straight to Northrend if you want. You can skip Outland if you want to. You can turn 80 and then go straight to Pandaria if you want, because I actually liked Pandaria more than Cataclysm. Yeah, the thing is, bank and bag space is expensive, but it's not too hard to earn the gold. The easiest way I find to manage is, one, I primarily focus on increasing bank space rather than my personal bag space, because bank space is shared between alts, and what I normally put in the bank is crafting materials.
Don't eat the bread, it's stale. Stick with the drinks. At least they're still potent. That bastard sent the bandits on me. Their leader, Chanda, told me he hired her. I was lucky to escape alive. Look, how about I pay you to steal back the silk from Chanda? You'll find her camp to the east. Okay, I hired her to attack him, but she still stole my silk. Listen, forget about killing all those bandits. Would you just retrieve my silk?
Yeah, I'm sure. I don't sell things much in this game, though. I mostly just vendor things that I don't need. Makes it feel like a proper Elder Scrolls game if that's the case, with the exception of vendors running out of gold. That feels very different from all the single-player Elder Scrolls games. Vendors run out of gold so quick. And you can climb that in Skyrim. Bunny hopping up hills is just like a Skyrim rite of passage.
Now!
Alright. I like climbing towers because I like video games with vistas. So what I'm going to do, I should read the details of the quest. Let's just turn it to Turiel. I actually don't even remember the details of the quest, so I don't know where to choose morally, because I can't remember, you know, the first guys, but this guy seemed shady in the first place because he hired bandits to, you know, do his dirty work for him. So I'm going to give it to the other guy, the original guy, Turiel. So let's go down here. Where is Turiel? Thank you, Xeroxed.
Do my eyes look red to you?
No, Turiel was the guy that I didn't like. So we'll do Enthis.
Is this my silk?
Nope, I guess.
My silk. Did you find my silk?
Talk to them briefly.
I had to. Turiel steals my customers, badmouths my wares. Plus, I have a starving family in Stonefalls. Would you doom my poor family?
Talk to this guy, hear his story.
My silk. Yes, I did, and I'll tell you why. I've not told anyone this, but the money I make with this silk, it goes to suffering war refugees. If you give me my silk back, you save hungry families torn apart by war.
I think neither of them deserve it.
My hero returns with my... Sheogorath must have touched my mind. I could have sworn you just said the silk. Oh, you're a priest now, morally superior.
Quest reward different if I tell him.
Are you mad? Now I... If we were in the Ashland... Oh, you're a priest now, morally superior. To oblivion with you. You know, I may just buy Turiel a drink. Yes, have a little chat about who's going to stab you to death.
Alright, so, Alright, so how many Rift quests do we have now? We're down to 3. Like, loose quests all over the place now. After this, I think I might catch up on the guild quests. Let's do this one.
Apparently this is the way out for this quest. Yeah, I might actually, before doing any more quests, I might take a way shrine to... Yeah, why did you tell me to go on the balcony? Seriously. I took way less fall damage from that than I expected to. Let's go up to back to Riften and clean out the bags a little bit. Deconstruct and maybe see if we can do some research. I haven't had anything researchable in a long while. Riften just kills my frame rate every time. Below 60. The thing with WoW and Elder Scrolls Online is more than any other game, they show me how old my processor really is, because Elder Scrolls Online and WoW don't multi-thread well, and I don't have a very fast like per thread processor. The instructions per clock is not a lot. It just have 6 cores and 6 hyper-threaded cores, so 12 threads. That's where all the performance of my CPU comes from. Like, I'm getting lower frame rates in Elder Scrolls Online right now than I do in Call of Duty World War II with everything maxed. Just because my CPU is from 2010. So what's researchable? That is light, so yeah, let's research that trait. Which trait is it? Reinforced? Reinforced, I don't remember. Okay. Exceptionally good if you're going to be a tank. Penetrable, that's not bad. But anything epic I would rather not research, and I would rather actually deconstruct to get the tannins out of it. So I am actually not going to deconstruct that. So let's see what we have that's deconstructible. You're wondering what all these red fell anything is? I've already made a like basic set of blue quality level 50 gear. The only reason why I don't have a belt or bracers for level 50 yet is because I haven't learned the infused trait for them yet, because I want to make everything infused. And the reason why I want the trait infused, because the way the math works behind things, I'm a two-handed melee build, and all my attacks are based on stamina, and the damage is modified based on your max stamina. So if you enchant things with, you know, increasing maximum stamina, and you have the infused perk, it increases your damage more. That's the only really one that's useful if you're on that sort of build. I'm not a tanking build, so, or a magic wielder build. Maybe someday I'll pivot to that point, but I don't know when that's gonna come. That. Let's go over here. What is? None of these items can be refined into malachite, which is used to make glass equipment. That's kind of neat. Don't have any of it, as far as I know.
Yeah, yeah. The thing is threat is like even like just like WoW, threat is largely based on, you know, damage. Although I haven't looked into the tanking mechanics. I don't know if, like, for example, in WoW, there used to be diminishing returns on taunts, and like you can go with a sword and shield, like a one-hand and shield build, and there's a taunting ability, but I don't know if it has diminishing returns, or if you can just spam it to make sure something's on you. Tanking is probably a good leveling build. Like, I've leveled in WoW as a tank, and it definitely works. Your strategy when leveling in WoW as a tank is considerably different than what it is in like, you know, as a DPS, you just burn one thing, you know, burn 1 to 2 to 3 things down quickly and then move on to the next group. As a tank, you run around, round up 12, 15 things and burn them all down, because you're going to be more efficient AoEing down a bunch of things than what you are just killing one or two things at a time, because you just don't have the damage to kill 1 or 2 things at a time, like, efficiently. And, you know, it just stems from the fact if you're a DPS, you just don't have the survivability to be able to AoE down 15 things, you generally speaking. If you have enough AoE damage, you probably could, but... So we have some ebony ore there. See if we have anything researchable. Right, so yeah, it does have diminishing returns. Okay, it's like that in WoW too. Like, if you, like, what I've always tried to do when because I have a lower level tank character, and I've not done anything in groups, I just wanted to, like, learn the mechanics of tanking. And one of the things I always do is, like, if it taunts you for 15 seconds, I only hit it every 15 seconds. Like, there's no need to spam it. You know, if the thing is going to focus on you for 15 seconds, why hit it again? But, like, taunts in WoW are just, like, they don't do any damage. Taunts in WoW, basically, the way a taunt in WoW works is it puts you at the top of the threat table, and then for, like, 2 or 3 seconds afterwards, anything you do does, like, more threat. So what happens is, you can taunt something, like, whenever I'm, like, doing for a raid, for example, that has 2 tanks, is you taunt something, then hit with a hard-hitting attack during that, and it'll, like, cement the thing on you. Tanks have an increased threat modifier in WoW, but WoW also doesn't have as open of a game design philosophy as what Elder Scrolls Online is. Anyone can be a tank in ESO with the right, you know, like, skills and armor and all that stuff. Anyone can be a tank. You can be a tank, you know, wielding a bow, conceivably, if you want to. Like, if you look at the character skill sets, like, Earth and Heart is more tank oriented. When you look at it, they're all based around, you know, decreasing the damage you take, increasing your survivability. So you can be a tank as any class. You know, you have your magic wielder, you have your tank, and you have your damage, you know, your physical damage dealing classes with each spec. I haven't looked into any, like, guides or builds. I've mostly been doing what works for me, and the way I have my character set up in Elder Scrolls Online right now is I'm using Venomous Claw and Noxious Breath. These are both damage over time abilities, and I also have in my two-handed Brawler, which puts a bleed on them, which is also damage over time. So if you see me, like, in combat, you'll see that I hit Brawler, Noxious Breath, and or Noxious Breath and Venomous Claw. So what I'm doing is I put 3 dots up on them, then I spam the Reverse Slice here, which is a high damage attack. I spam that while the dots are ticking down for a few seconds. Once the dots start to get low, I refresh the dots, and if I'm low on stamina, I'll do strong attacks, which I've looked into it. The damage per attack for a strong attack, the DPS is much lower than your basic attacks, and certainly much lower than Reverse Slice, but it builds stamina back up. So if I start getting low on stamina, I'll heavy attack followed by an uppercut, because I do have a passive in two-handed follow-up, where you successfully fully charged heavy attacks increase the damage of your next attack by 10%. So what I'll do is I'll heavy attack, and then I'll hit Reverse Slice, which hits really hard. Especially when they have less than 50% health. So I'll do a heavy attack followed by Reverse Slice to get the 10% bonus on Reverse Slice. So when you look at what I do, aside from when I have fat finger syndrome or like I haven't played in a while, the muscle memory's not there, there's actually a pattern to my attacks, and I do that to try and maximize damage. Alright, so we have nothing to research there. Nothing to research there. Let's see what we have to deconstruct. Yeah, that's something I already crafted for when I hit level 50. Alright, what else do we have in our inventory? What's our inventory at? 133 out of 150. Let's go to the bank, which is over this way.
Greetings, traveler. Not even Sin Mer can shut us down.
Alright, so let's deposit. Manganese we're not going to deposit, so we'll destroy that. Ingots we deposit. Go to the materials tab. Deposit that. Deposit that. That. I think I'm saving those, but not for the basic. Actually, you know something? I never bothered to check that. From vendors, can you buy for the the primal, the Daedric style, whatever? I've never really looked into that. So
You confirmed my worst fear.
let's see what we can buy in terms of. Elf. Yeah, I can't buy anything for like all the more exotic styles like Daedric and Primal and all that. And that's the reason why I've been kind of hoarding them a little bit. Yeah, and I figured it was that way. That's why for a long time I just started putting them in the bank. So let's. Oh, I didn't see that. Probably. I like disguises, like, because they're like vanity things, so I kept all those that I got. Can't put that in there. I don't have the space for it. Might have to do some alchemy because the alchemical ingredients tend to take up bag space, so I might have to look into that. Right. They're mostly like quest stuff, but I mean there must be a way to add them. You know, there's going to be a way to implement it. Wait, did I have... No, I don't. Regulus, that's the name of a character in the Blood and Wine expansion of The Witcher 3, which is really good. I freaking love that game. It deserves all the praise it gets. Alright, so there was something I missed to deconstruct. No, it was blacksmithing, and probably because I didn't go to the armor tab or something. Yep. I'm having trouble getting into the first Witcher game because it's very clearly CD Projekt Red's first attempt at a game, because it's awkward at times. Like it's pretty clunky. The combat is very counterintuitive and awkward. I mean, I don't have a problem inherently with the timing of it, but they used the Aurora engine with it. They didn't build their own engine, and the engine is not that responsive, and it kind of has the same problems that I've had with Fallout 3 and Oblivion using the Gamebryo engine. It's just not as responsive as what the Creation engine is, even though the Creation engine is derived from it. And I want to, I find the story intriguing, but I just can't get into the gameplay of The Witcher 3, the first Witcher. So I might go to The Witcher 2. I have all 3 games. I got them on a Steam sale, a little over a year ago. I loved The Witcher 2, like even playing in New Game Plus and starting it and choosing all the things that I didn't choose in the first gameplay, still just as good the second time around.
Greetings, traveler.
It's an amazing game, it really is. Let's see what we can withdraw to make room for that malachite. Here's what I'm going to do about that. I'm going to go down to the alchemist shop and make some potions. I believe that's down here. So let's see what we have here. Let's make some health potions. So restore health. Well, that freed up 2 bag slots. Let's see if there's anything else to have. Health and Magicka? You could probably sell those. About it, so let's just do that. Oh, here we go. Health and stamina, that's useful. Let's go with that. I'm not trying to learn new things at this point. I'm just trying to clear up some bank space, rather. So probably not doing much for my backspace because I probably now have just cleared up 3 just to make 2 bank spots take up by the extra potions I just made. What do I have here? We are at 104 out of 50 solutions of health. Look at our quick slots. 9 left there. 10 left there, 3 there. Let's go back to the bank and put that thing in there.
Greetings, traveler. Not even Sin Mer can shut us down.
Alright. I might end the stream pretty shortly because I usually most of the time stream in 2-hour sessions. Like, eventually I like to give myself a break from gaming for a bit. Might be on later today with a different game. I haven't decided. I might continue BioShock. I might continue Half-Life. It's mostly on a whim. I was thinking about doing my Baby Rogue. Wow, that's an option too. We're at 97 out of 100 in the bank now. Inventory management is a major pain with most MMOs, and I like that MMOs have gone to lengths to improve it. Like, another thing they did in WoW, like besides making the level scaling, is if you have both an Authenticator and SMS Protect, you actually get an additional 4 backpack slots. So instead of 16, it's 20 now. And that's the backpack. That's the basic one you get when you first make a character, not like anything you add to it. And it's kind of interesting, I find that the biggest bag in WoW is still made in Mists of Pandaria or Cataclysm or whatever. It's not like they haven't made anything bigger. Like 30 slot is still the biggest one, I think. Aside from the profession-specific ones. But at any rate, yeah, I've been streaming for 2.5 hours, so at this point I am going to end here, and the next time I play the game I'll probably work on these 3 quests in the Rift, and then look at clearing the backlog a little more, maybe work on the guild quests. But with that, I bid you adieu. Maybe I will be back in an hour or 2 playing a different game, probably a more action-oriented game. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and I will see you later. Let's log out. Thanks for stopping by, Epiphany. I'll see you when I see you.